Okay, welcome again. This is the part 5 of our environment PT 365 video. Now, the app we'll be talking about is mobile app M Haryali. So, M Haryali, you would think Haryali hai to Environment Ministry? Nahi. Please note this down. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs की app है ये. So, it recently launched M Haryali app to encourage public engagement in planting trees and green drives. The M Haryali application provides automatic geo-tagging of plants. It will hence enable the nodal officers to periodically monitor the plantation. Next, people can now upload information या फिर photos of any plantation done by them which is linked to the app and will be displayed on a website. Next, we talk about the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. Why in news? Recently, the 14th Conference of Parties of the UNCCD was convened in New Delhi. COP14 UNCCD की हुई New Delhi में. More on news. Now, this was the first time that India hosted a COP of UNCCD. So, was it for the very first time that India hosted a COP? Yes. India has taken over COP of what? Of CCD, of UNCCD. Now, India has taken over COP presidency from South Korea. No, from China. Okay. So, from China for the next 2 years from its previous host, China, where the event was last held in 2017. Okay. So, that's why these things are important. So, for the first time, UNCCD की conference India में हुई है and we have taken the presidency from China. ठीक है? Okay. Next, what are the important takeaways from this? Okay. So, first, the COP adopted over 30 decisions on, among other topics, how to implement 4 thematic policy frameworks addressing drought, gender, sand and dust storms, and desertification, land degradation, and drought as a driver for migration. So, these are the themes that they have adopted. Okay. Then, the COP also agreed to include land tenure. Okay, so it also agreed to include land tenure as a new thematic area under the convention. Adoption of Delhi Declaration. So also agreed to include land tenure as a new thematic area. ठीक है, पहले भी 4 थीमेटिक पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क हमने पढ़ा ना कि 4 थीमेटिक पॉलिसी फ्रेमवर्क्स जो हैं उसको इन्होंने एड्रेस करने का फ्रेमवर्क्स बनाए हैं. तो द COP ऑल्सो एग्री टू इंक्लूड लैंड टेन्योर एज अ न्यू थीमेटिक एरिया. तो ऑलरेडी जो थीमेटिक एरियाज है उसमें लैंड टेन्योर को भी इंक्लूड किया गया एज अ थीमेटिक एरिया. ओके. Then what? Adoption of Delhi Declaration. So what is this Delhi Declaration? In which parties express commitment for a range of issues including gender and health, ecosystem restoration, taking action on climate change, private sector engagement, okay, and peace forest initiative, and the recovery of 5 million hectares of degraded land in India by 2030, raising the land to be restored in India to 26 million hectares. Now you must remember initially also we want to restore our land. So we have signed that wasteland conversion wala thing to get back our wastelands into something productive. So that was our bond challenge. Okay, now again we have this another initiative. So I will repeat this: adoption of Delhi Declaration, in which parties express commitment for a range of issues including gender and health. So you might think UNCCD की meeting में gender और health क्या कर रहे हैं, पर was this an issue in the UNCCD meeting? Yes, it was. Gender and health. इकोसिस्टम रेस्टोरेशन कॉमन सेंस बोलते हो गई. टेकिंग एक्शन ऑन क्लाइमेट चेंज भी हो गई. प्राइवेट सेक्टर एंगेजमेंट, अब इसमें क्या कि प्राइवेट सेक्टर काम करे. एंड पीस फॉरेस्ट इनिशिएटिव एंड द रिकवरी ऑफ 5 million hectares ऑफ डिग्रेडेड लैंड इन इंडिया बाय 2030. तो वी वर ऑलरेडी सपोज टू डू 13+8, रिमेंबर. तो 13+8 इज हाउ मच? 21, राइट. और अब उसमें 5 और 8 कर दो तो रेजिंग द लैंड टू बी रिस्टोर्ड इन इंडिया टू 26 million hectares. व्हाट इनिशिएटिव इज दिस? प्लीज रिमेंबर, पीस फॉरेस्ट इनिशिएटिव. अब है क्या ये? इट इज़ एन इनिशिएटिव बाय साउथ कोरिया टू प्रोवाइड अ प्रैक्टिकल प्लेटफॉर्म दैट विल फॉस्टर इंटरनेशनल कोलैबोरेशन बाय डेमॉन्स्ट्रेटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ अचीविंग land degradation neutrality in cross border post-conflict situations. Emphasis on need to participate in United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration from 2021 to 2030, which commits to adopting an integrated best practice approach to land restoration based on scientific evidence and traditional knowledge. Country parties have agreed to make sustainable development goal target of achieving land degradation neutrality by 2030 a national target for action. Okay. So, in the Delhi Declaration, they have a Peace Forest Initiative. What is the Peace Forest Initiative? That's by South Korea. What do they want to do? They want to provide a practical platform that will foster international collaboration. मतलब सारे लोग आके बातें करेंगे by demonstrating the value, और फिर वो demonstrate करेंगे, देखो value of achieving land degradation neutrality कितनी सही है in cross border post conflict situations वहाँ पे. फिर एम्फोसिस किस पे होगा? ऑन द नीड टू पार्टिसिपेट इन द यूएन डेकेड. अब ये जो यूनाइटेड नेशंस डेकेड है ना ऑन इकोसिस्टम रेस्टोरेशन, तो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए सबको, ठीक है. विच कमिट्स टू अडॉप्टिंग एन इंटीग्रेटेड बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस अप्रोच टू लैंड रेस्टोरेशन बेस्ड ऑन साइंटिफिक एविडेंस एंड ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज, ठीक है. तो अब कैसे हम लैंड इकोसिस्टम रेस्टोरेशन करेंगे? हम बहुत अच्छी अप्रोच फॉलो करेंगे, बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस अप्रोच फॉलो करेंगे टू लैंड रेस्टोरेशन. और वो किस पे बेस होनी चाहिए? साइंटिफिक एविडेंस होना चाहिए और ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज भी होनी चाहिए. उसको भी इक्वली इन्होंने तवज्जो दिया है, ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज को भी. द कंट्री पार्टीज हैव अग्रीड टू मेक द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल टारगेट ऑफ अचीविंग लैंड डिग्रेडेशन न्यूट्रलिटी बाय 2030 अ नेशनल टारगेट फॉर एक्शन. तो हमारा ये SDG तो है ही है, और अब इसको हमने अपना सब सारी कंट्रीज़ को क्या करना है, इसको अपना नेशनल टारगेट फॉर एक्शन भी बनाना है. नाउ ड्रॉट टूल बॉक्स लॉन्च्ड. व्हाट इज़ दिस? You see, the DROT toolbox is currently being developed as part of the DROT initiative through the close partnership among the UNCCD, WMO, FAO, GWP, National Drought Mitigation Center of the University of Nebraska, and United Nations Environment Program DHI. So basically DROT toolbox was launched, and it's an initiative by all these organizations, इनकी partnership है, and it provides DROT stakeholders with easy access to tools, case studies and other resources to support the design of national drought policy plan. The toolbox is a sort of knowledge bank which contains tools that strengthen the ability of the countries to anticipate and prepare for drought effectively and mitigate their impacts, as well as tools that enable communities to anticipate and find the land management tools that help them to build resilience to drought. तो क्या बोल रही है इतनी लंबी लाइन कि भाई टूल बॉक्स है, नॉलेज बैंक है, उसमें कंट्रीज़ क्या करेंगी, वो अपना डेटा डालेंगे एंड दे विल बी एबल टू एंटिसिपेट. थोड़ा तुक्का है, थोड़ा दे विल बी एबल टू प्रिपेयर एंड फॉर द ड्रॉट इफेक्टिवली. दे विल बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड, अच्छा ये 2 साल बाद ड्रॉट आएगा या 1 साल बाद या 5 महीने बाद, 2 महीने बाद. सो दे विल बी एबल टू एंटिसिपेट एंड प्रिपेयर फॉर द ड्रॉट इफेक्टिवली एंड देन मिटिगेट देयर इम्पैक्ट. अब जब प्रिपेयर कर लोगे तो मिटिगेशन तो होगा ही उसके इम्पैक्ट का, एज वेल एज टूल्स दैट इनेबल कम्युनिटीज़ टू पार्टिसिपेट to find the land management tools that help them to build. बस resilience होगा ड्रॉट को, ठीक है. इतना लंबा कुछ नहीं है. ओके, यू कैन गिव इट अ रीडिंग, बट ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, जस्ट सुनते जाओ एंड साथ साथ पढ़ते भी जाओ. लाइक कीप रीडिंग इन योर माइंड एंड कीप लिसनिंग. Now, other related initiatives in controlling land degradation, Bonn Challenge. So, the Bonn Challenge was launched in 2011 by the government of Germany and the IUCN. We have already read about this. So, it envisages a global goal to bring 150 million hectares of degraded and deforested landscapes into restoration by 2020 and 350 million hectares by 2030. In this, India has to bring 13 million hectares by 2020 and further 8 million hectares by 2030. The New York Declaration on Forest. The New York Declaration is a voluntary and non-binding, please remember it's a voluntary and non-binding international declaration to take action to halt global deforestation. It was first endorsed at the United Nations Climate Summit in September 2014 The declaration includes ambitious targets to end natural forest loss by 2030 with a 50% reduction by 2020 as a milestone towards its achievement. In addition, the declaration calls for restoring 350 million hectares of degraded and deforested lands by 2030, supporting the private sector in eliminating deforestation from supply chains of major agricultural commodities by 2020 and providing financial support to reduce emissions related to deforestation and forest degradation. In September 2019, the list of NYDF supporters has grown to include over 200 endorsers, national governments, sub-national governments, multinational companies, groups representing indigenous communities and non-government organizations. Okay. Now next we have something. Next topic is about UNCCD. So detail, how did it begin? So it was established in 1994. The convention is the sole legally binding. It is a legally binding international agreement, the only legally binding international agreement linking environment and development to sustainable land management and to address the problem of desertification. The convention addresses specifically the arid, semi-arid and dry subhumid areas known as the dry lands where some of the most vulnerable ecosystems and peoples can be found. It's one of the three Rio Conventions, 1992, adopted by the United Nations along with UNFCCC and CBD. Now, the 10-year strategy of the UNCCD from 2008 to 2018 was adopted in 2007 to forge a global partnership to reverse and prevent desertification, land degradation, and to mitigate the effects of drought in affected areas. Next, the new UNCCD 2018 to 2030 strategic framework is the most comprehensive global commitment to achieve land degradation neutrality in order to restore the productivity of vast expanses of degraded land, improve the livelihoods of more than 1.3 billion people. That means almost the population of India, right? तो इमेजिन पूरे इंडिया का सुधार हो रहा है, राइट? एंड रिड्यूस द इम्पैक्ट्स ऑफ ड्रॉट ऑन द वल्नरेबल पॉपुलेशन to build, okay, on drought on vulnerable populations to build. Now the permanent secretariat of the convention is located in Bonn, Germany, and it publishes something known as the Global Land Outlook. What are the other initiatives of the UNCCD COP14? Firstly, International Coalition for the Action on Sand and Dust Storms. ओके, वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट COP14 ऑफ UNCCD. तो डेजर्टिफिकेशन वाली है, ठीक है. तो कुछ इंटरनेशनल कोलिशन बनाया फॉर एक्शन ऑन सैंड एंड डस्ट स्टॉर्म्स. ओके, I'm sorry. It was launched at the UNCCD COP14 in New Delhi. Its partners include WMO, UNCCD, UNDP, UNEP, UN Food and Agriculture Organization, the World Health Organization, and the World Bank, among the other institutions. The sand and dust storms, also known as Sirocco, Haboob, yellow dust, white storms, and the Harmattan, are a natural phenomenon linked with land and water management and climate change. The fluctuation in the intensity, magnitude of interaction with each other can make them unpredictable and dangerous. So this is an important point that you must remember, that for sand and dust storms also we have an international coalition now. So sand and dust storms, they affect approximately 77% of the UNCCD country parties, or approximately 151 countries. Of these, 45 are classified as SDS source areas. Then there is an initiative of sustainability, stability and security. That means 3S. So initiative of sustainability, stability, security is related to UNCCD, FCCC, CBD, CITES. So you must remember it is your UNCCD. To address the migration driven by land degradation, 14 African countries launched the initiative. So it is launched by African countries. How many? 14 African countries. They launched the initiative of Sustainability, Stability and Security 3S, which aims at restoring land and creating green jobs for the migrants and vulnerable groups. The 3S initiative is starting its implementation phase, engaging countries at the highest political level. Next up is the Youth Caucus on Desertification and Land. So, Global Youth Caucus on Desertification and Land, a formal constituency to the UNCCD, convened its first official gathering, that is Desertification Youth Forum or Youth Caucus on Desertification and Land, in conjunction with the UNCCD COP14 to bring together young advocates from different parts of the world to build their capacity, share knowledge, build networks, and to engage them meaningfully in the UNCCD process. The caucus is facilitated through voluntary support of youth and youth-led organization whose staff is leading the preparation of the youth forum. Okay. Now next we have another one which is known as Adapt Now, a global call for leadership on climate resilience report. So it was released at COP14. Okay, Adapt Now, a global call for leadership on climate resilience report. Again, please don't get confused. It's not CITES, not UNFCCC. This is also UNCCD. What is it called? Read again. Adapt Now, a global call for leadership on climate resilience report. इसमें अब आपको रट्टा ही मानना है. There's no other way. Climate resilience आ जाता है. We might just think it's UNFCCC, but no, it is not. It is UNCCD. Okay, Adapt Now. It's telling you some emergency. Okay, so it was released at COP14. Okay. It has been written by the Global Commission on Adaptation, a group of 34 leaders in politics, business, and science. It's led by the former United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon, the Microsoft Corporation founder Bill Gates, and the former World Bank Chief Executive Kristalina Georgieva. It focuses on making the case for climate adaptation, providing specific insights and recommendation in the key sectors. As per it, an investment of $1.8 trillion, that is almost rupees 2 lakh crore, in climate adaptation measures over the next decade will bring about a concrete transformation on the ground. Okay. Next up, we have India's announcement. So, India has announced its commitment to restore nearly 50 lakh hectare. Okay, 50 lakh hectare of degraded land in the next 10 years and set up a center of excellence at the Forest Research Institute Dehradun for providing technical assistance to meet the challenges. So we will restore how much? We will restore about 50 lakh hectares of land. Okay, and that also, which is what? Which is 5 million, right? So 50 lakh or 5 million hectares of land, and for their assistance, for the technical assistance, we will have a center of excellence at the Forest Research Institute Dehradun for providing technical assistance to meet the challenges, like I said. And next topic is soil carbon, soil organic carbon. So by news, the UNCCD's Committee on Science and Technology released a report which emphasizes the importance of soil organic carbon in preventing land degradation and desertification. Have we come across this term before? Now, UNCCD's Committee on Science and Technology released a report which emphasizes the importance of soil organic carbon in preventing land degradation and desertification. What is soil organic carbon? It is the carbon associated with soil organic matter. It comprises the remains of plants and animals in the soil at various stages of decomposition, along with the microbial biomass and several byproducts of the complex biotic metabolic processes. Next, it affects many soil properties such as hydrology, structure, and habitat. Soil organic carbon tends to be concentrated in the topsoil. So, क्या पता चला अभी तक कि भाई it comprises the remains of plants and animals in the soil at various stages of decomposition, along with the microbial biomass and several byproducts of complex biotic metabolic processes. जो भी byproducts हैं, जो भी plants हैं, animals हैं, फिर वो डिकम्पोज हो रहे हैं उनके वेरियस स्टेजेस ऑफ डिकम्पोजिशन में. फिर अब कौन डिकम्पोज कर रहे हैं? माइक्रोबियल बायोमास. तो अलॉन्ग विद माइक्रोबियल बायोमास and several byproducts of the complex biotic metabolic processes. It affects many soil properties such as the hydrology, structure, and habitat. Soil organic carbon tends to be concentrated in the topsoil. So कहाँ पे मिलता है ये? Topsoil में मिलता है. It's one of the 3 global indicators of the land degradation neutrality, hence predicting and monitoring change in the soil organic carbon is vital to achieving land degradation neutrality targets. Now, what are the factors which affect the soil carbon level? First of all, temperature. That is, the decomposition normally occurs more rapidly in tropics than in temperate areas. So, during the decomposition, the soil organic carbon is lost from soil because the microorganisms convert about half of the soil organic carbon to carbon dioxide. Okay. So that is one thing, the temperature. Then erosion of soil surface or the surface soil. So erosion of the surface soil results into losses of, because it is concentrated in the top soil, that's why it results into losses of soil organic component. Third point is your soil moisture and water saturation. Elevated levels of soil moisture results in greater biomass production, which provides more residues and thus more potential food for soil biota. Soil texture is the fourth point. Soil organic matter tends to increase as the clay content increases. This increase depends on 2 mechanisms. First, bonds between the surface of the clay particles and the organic matter retard the decomposition process. Second, the soil with the higher clay content increase the potential for aggregate formation. ठीक है. Fourth point, salinity and acidity. Salinity, toxicity, and extremes in the soil pH result in poor biomass production and thus in reduced additions of the organic matter to the soil. Next, vegetation and biomass production. The rate of soil organic matter accumulation depends largely on the quantity and quality of organic matter input. ठीक है. Obviously, that is what it is, right? तो vegetation and biomass production पे तो depend करेगा ही करेगा. Salinity and acidity पे भी करेगा, because अगर ये ज़्यादा होगा तो जो बायोमास है उसका प्रोडक्शन ही कम होगा. ठीक है ना. प्लांट ग्रो कर रहा है तो भाई कम वुड बनाएगा, सब कुछ कम होगा, तो ऑटोमेटिकली. देन सॉइल टेक्सचर पे कैसे? सॉइल ऑर्गेनिक मैटर है तो इंक्रीज होगा क्या? क्ले कंटेंट इंक्रीजेस. ठीक है. और उससे फिर इंक्रीज उस इंक्रीज से डिपेंड करेगा 2 मैकेनिज्म्स पे वो इंक्रीज कि भाई फर्स्ट bonds between the surface of the clay particles and organic matter retard the decomposition process. तो क्योंकि वो bonds बना के अपना decomposition होने नहीं देंगे तो उसकी वजह से. And then second, the soils with higher clay content increase the potential for aggregate formation. ठीक है. सॉइल मॉइस्चर समझ में आ गया. सिमिलर ये पानी वाला रीज़न, इरोजन ऑफ सॉइल, सरफेस सॉइल. ठीक है. सो दीज आर योर soil organic carbon के factors. Okay, and temperature was the most important one. Decomposition normally occurs more rapidly in tropics than in temperature, so obviously it's lost from soil because microorganisms convert about half of the soil organic matter to carbon dioxide. ठीक है. Next we have payment for, so this is okay, we have to do this box. The land degradation neutrality. Now, the land degradation neutrality has been defined by the parties to the convention as a state whereby the amount and quality of the land resources necessary to support the ecosystem functions and services and enhance food security remains stable or increases within the specified temporal and spatial scales and ecosystems. The three global indicators. We read no soil organic component, soil organic carbon is one of the three components. So the three organic components or the three global indicators, I'm so sorry, the three global indicators of land uh, degradation neutrality are the trends in the land cover change. Okay, that's number one. Trends in the land cover change, which is indicating more immediate changes in the land use and vegetation. Then land productivity dynamics, sorry. Okay, so land productivity dynamics measured as net primary productivity, indicating relatively rapid responses of ecosystem function. And third is carbon stocks measured as soil organic carbon, indicating the longer term and cumulative responses or resilience to land degradation. Now, ecosystem and green economy, we'll do it in the next lecture.